Hello, America. This is Call of Duty Goddess. Today is April the 6th, 2017. I thought I'd try something different here. I have been pressed for time lately and doing a lot of things, so I don't have time to do a lot of videos or work on videos. So I thought I'd try something new and see how it works out. Do a little headline news. We'll start out here with mother shocked after daughter comes home from school with a birth control implant in her arm. Miracle Foster, a mother from Tulsa, Oklahoma, had no idea that her daughter was in for when she took part in a sex education presentation at her school. The mom signed a form that gave her permission to go on a field trip to this place that was, like the birth control place or whatever. The girl comes home with an implant in her arm. The mother finds out that there's nothing that she can do about it, that it's completely legal. Speaking of implants, we have cyborgs at work and employees getting implanted with microchips. A Swedish startup company, Epicenter, is giving their employees implants. And then last year, the FDA approved buprenorphine, an implant for treatment of opioid dependence. So now I think it lasts up to 3 months, starting in May of 2016. You get an implant for opioid dependence. And I've got to tell you guys, Donald Trump, the more I look into this, the more I get concerned. He's committed the United States to a disastrous war in Syria, as well as, what, North Korea? Seems like North Korea is the last nation on the planet that is not in the New World Order. So I guess we have to bomb them. And hopefully they will bomb us back so we can get all brand new infrastructure via China. And then we can all live in one global happy family. So I don't know, but I'm getting really concerned. So CNN, I don't know if you guys saw this, but CNN had a child read off a script to push for war in Syria. And I don't know if I can share screens with you, but I saw this and I'm like, oh my freaking God. Oh, I don't even know if I can get it up there. Nope, I doubt it. But the little girl, I'll leave a link. The little girl was just obviously reading off of a script, and she was doing awful at it. So what is that making? It's starting a war, and it looks like Donald Trump is really doing the opposite of everything that he said. It's concerning to me, and I don't know about you guys, but I don't know what we can do about it. So, after this little girl is reading this script for CNN, you have Trump calling again for this war with Syria and North Korea. Meanwhile, the Chinese president's going to be meeting Trump, is that today, I believe, in Mar-a-Lago, whatever it's called, in Florida. And I'm wondering, how that's going to turn out, because it seems as though Donald Trump has a much bigger relationship with China than he ever let off on. It's my belief, and this is my assumption here, that he owes much of his money to the Bank of China. But that's just me. I mean, you have the Bank of China in New York, But anyway, with Syria, this gas attack that went on, I mean, does anybody else smell a false flag in it besides me? you know? So what's going to happen with that? Are we doing the same crap again? Just a different president? I mean, even Ron Paul came out and said that the gas attack was a false flag. Tulsa Gabbard, she's pretty new to Congress. She came out and said it was pretty much a false flag. People from the I forgot what community it was, but they had quite a few conferences are talking about it being a false flag. They went to the UN and had quite a few conferences. And here we are pushing for it again. I mean, and then Steve Bannon. Now, that's something that really concerns me. I don't know about you guys, but Steve Bannon, it really made me wonder after looking at all of Trump's picks, really made me wonder if Steve Bannon is nothing but a propagandist. I mean, he was with the Goldman Sachs, wasn't it, for quite some time. He made a good bit of money off of that. I mean, it makes you wonder if him, what is the Peter? Oh, I forgot it was a Jewish last name. Peter, whatever his name was, and the guy that wrote Clinton Cash. You wonder if that's all just a type of propaganda to get your eyes off of what's really going on. I mean, and what Clinton did was horrific, but nothing ever happened. Nothing. It's a slap in the face. How long is this going to go on? Because if we protest, I've been there and done that. You protest, right? You go to DC, you go to wherever and protest, and they ignore you. And if you make a big enough stink about it to where they have to acknowledge your presence and what you're standing for, yeah, a dance of whirling dervishes. It'll be nothing but infiltrated. You have a movement for a month, even 2 weeks. It ends up getting infiltrated. So, I mean, it seems like we're screwed. I don't know of anywhere else to put it. And when Steve Bannon was removed from Trump's national security, ticket, when he was stopped from going into that, well, Lieutenant General H.R. McMaster did that. He's a member of the Council on Foreign Relations. Dude, there's something going on here, Are all these people part of this big giant cover-up? Bannon, the guy that wrote Clinton Cash, all of them? It looks like it is. And then you've got, and I was hesitant, I'm really even hesitant to read anything from Breitbart, because you have Brandon Darby of Breitbart. He came out and said the Border Patrol agents feel betrayed by the Trump administration. And that's because he picked up right where Obama left off. Trump chose the Obama-hired Customs and Border Deputy who was tasked with enacting Obama's open border vision and lead the parent agency of Border Patrol Customs and Border Protection. All of the border agents who spoke with Breitbart, Texas Managing Director Brandon Darby, from all 9 Southwest border sectors expressed feeling betrayed or otherwise hurt by Trump choosing a man who did so much damage to them to be their new boss. And it is the guy, his name is Kevin McAleenan, same guy that did the same stuff, who did the open borders. So all of this crap, and I mean, I know I said this a few times. I promised my mom that I would give Trump a chance. I really did. And I did. And I even waited until he was sworn in before I started looking into his picks. And the more I started looking, the more I'm in shock. I'm just in shock. And you can't listen to what these people are saying. It's like you can't listen to what any of them are saying. You have to just look at their actions, and that's it. I mean, what do you do? So I think I've got my rant over with right now. And I was visiting on near DC yesterday for a couple of days, actually. And in Clinton, Maryland, which is near DC, of all places, Clinton, Maryland, an F-16 pilot ejected from a military jet. It seems as though there was a training uh, thing that was happening in Pennsylvania. These 4 F-16s were flying to Pennsylvania for some kind of training, and the one jet, it was 9:45. I think not. It happened 9:30, 9:45 yesterday morning. The one jet just like caught on fire in midair, and people were saying that they heard an explosion, like it blew up. Well, the guy parachuted out and he was fine. They said they also heard live rounds being fired, like there was shooting going back and forth. Well, it turns out that these were training rounds. So that was pretty wild because I was like, this does not sound right, you know? So that was all solved, I guess, by this morning. But I just don't know with all this stuff going on. And then there was some kind of false flag yesterday, or no, the day before yesterday in Norfolk. Um, some active shooter in some military base, but it turned out to be a false flag event. So, you know, what do you do? I don't know. I just don't know. Let's see. Linda says two-state solution for Israel is all about a piece of Jordan, Syria for Palestine. This this Israel thing is really that's a big deal there, the Syria thing. And to me, it's a tricky proposition because if you think about it, Israel was really created by the Rothschilds. He wanted that after World War One, didn't get it. And after World War Two, he got what he wanted, Israel. And basically, though, from what I've researched, Israel was put there in the middle of the Middle East, I think, to hold Islam back you know, from gaining enough momentum to just take over the globe. And I think it's like, if Israel wasn't there, I truly believe that I would be wearing a burqa right now. I do. So to me, that's just how I feel. But uh, you know, I don't know. A lot of people think, and rightfully so, because Israel was created by the Rothschilds. But I mean, there are good people that live in Israel that don't want to kill anyone, and it's not their fault that they moved there. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Oh my gosh. So Kathleen saying that BP Earthwatch is saying he knows who the Antichrist is. Wow. Yeah, and I'm with you, Painful. No man or words are going to fix this mess. I don't think it's possible. And I think it's really all keeping this beat of the war drums is keeping things so we don't really see what's actually going on. And I really believe that's the globalism push, um, for China to actually build this global state. And of course, with our help, and it'll definitely give us jobs, but oh my gosh, what do you do? Oh, and there's another thing I wanted to talk about as well. That's that Judge Neil Gorsuch. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Gorsuch, whatever. For Supreme Court, he is a Council on Foreign Relations member as well. So I think this crap about him not getting confirmed and all what's going on right now in Congress is nothing but a joke and a smokescreen. He's going to do they're going to confirm him, I believe, and I think it's to get Mitch McConnell to use the nuclear option and just blow up, you know, the rules as they were made, and just you know, then we have nothing. And I think it's a part of actual subversion. So this new world order, so we lose so much faith in our government that this new world order and this one world everything can come in and take over, you know? So American leadership wants to copy the society model of China. Yeah, Old Hickory. I agree with you. I've seen a couple of videos lately that they are really studying the not only the financial structure of China, but the political structure. And that was frightening. He was already confirmed 4 years ago, Linda. Wow. Yeah, it is a lie. And I don't know what to do, but I think it's time that we need to set up some kind of back and forth and at least talk to each other about this, because this is so frightening what's going on. And I think it's really important that we at least try to discuss and talk about what we're feeling, because if we don't, we're going to get lost. We're going to get lost in all this. And how can how can we do anything about this? I mean, Kathleen, Trump is going to unite the one world religions using the evangelical Christians. Yeah, the Chrislam and everything else. I don't know. It's just crazy. Nope. But what I wanted to talk about was these videos that I have been doing the series on the China thing, uh, feeding the dragon. Well, the next video that I want to do it on is the money and how it actually got started. And it is so huge that it's going to take a while. It's going to be a pretty long video, and I wanted to kind of prepare you for it. But almost all of our politicians seem to have taken money from China in one way or another. And it seems as though, from what I've found, I don't know if anybody else has researched this or not, but it seems as though that the left is more prone to teaming up with Russia, believe it or not, and the right is more prone to teaming up with China. That's what it looks like. But either way, every one of them, I believe that every single one of them, even the so-called Freedom Caucus in Congress, are definitely not working with us, and it's all just BS. So does anybody have anything any kind of solution, because that's what I really want to find, is a solution to this. What can we do to solve this problem? Sit back and watch. Oh my gosh, that's so hard for me to do. Thanks for the comment, Kathleen. It really is, because I mean, I'd thought about it and put a lot of time and effort into thinking about this, and you think, well, you go around and you start a petition and you get your local government in, and push the Palestinian occupants off Jewish land. Well, I guess that would start. But I was thinking, on a local level, to start a petition, you could do it that way. Get it on your local ballot eventually, if after you get enough signatures, and start that way. Well, it seems as though they've headed that off at the pass with what happened with the making the elections critical infrastructure. And it seems though, the way I'm looking at everything, it seems as though everything, just about everything that Obama did, just lined up Trump perfectly. It really did. No, that, and yeah, Gabriel 777, there may not be any time to do this from a local level. Well, and they've headed it off at the pass anyway. And it's my belief that in order to finish up this globalist agenda, really in America, is to put it on a local level, so that if our elections are made critical infrastructure, our election machines, or however they're going to do it, is going to totally change, so that they can totally control who's elected at the local level. Well, then we've lost it. Then it's done. It is done. So I did read, and this was as of about a month ago, that these secretaries of state for each state, I believe they're the ones that are in charge of the election systems, is they decided that, most of them didn't want to go for that, and that they wanted to talk to Trump or whatever. And I have not heard anything about that. So I'm thinking about, maybe each of us can contact our local Secretary of State. And I wouldn't even know how to do that. I guess just Google it for starters, and then we'll go from there. But I don't know what to do. That's the only thing I can think of, and it looks like they've headed that off at the pass. So what do you do? Anybody. Infidel wears it proudly. Painful wears his infidel proudly. Yes, Erdogan does control the gate into Europe. That is a big thing. Islamo-communism, yes. That is a big threat. And it seems like what they've been doing, and it really had my blinders on, with this big Islamist push that's been going on over the years in our country, and escalated highly over the Obama administration. It really gave, really good cover for the Chinese to creep in with this global order thing. So, Old Hickory, all this subversion is a result of communism and Islam combining through the Arab Spring. We live in a world of Islam propaganda lies. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Hey, Kathleen, how are you? And I just wanted to talk. I wanted to try to set up a phone call thing later on down the line, but I just wanted to try this out first, and see if we wanted to do this, if we could get enough people in, and maybe have a nice phone meeting daily or once or twice a week, and we could talk about things that we want to talk about. Take a couple hours a day or a week and see how we do this. And then that way, everybody can get their voices heard. And maybe we can figure out what to do about this because everybody has certain things that they focus on. And this week, it's one thing for me. The next thing, it's something different for me. And Gabriel is saying here we are so far in debt that we are slaves to China. Yes, but we didn't do that. We had nothing to do with that. From what I've found, American people have nothing to do with it. It's our freaking congressman, Clinton's with Chinagate, you know. Oh my gosh, Mitch McConnell. Oh, geez. He is a big thing. He has a lot to do with what we're going through. You know what I mean? So this needs to be figured out, though. And it's like, does anyone else have anything to say about that? Because I don't know how to hook up a phone thing yet. Texas Tiger's in here. I was hoping she could help me with that, but I just started the show and said, what the heck? Are you there, Texas Tiger? Yes, yes, they are. And the China is definitely going to rape us for everything we have, and Trump is setting us up for that. Really. There she is. Hey, Texas Tiger. Maybe next time you can help me set up a phone line for people to call in, and we can talk about what you want to talk about. Maybe we can get a day or two of the week and a time set up that we can actually talk and maybe solve some issues or figure out some way to at least head in the direction of solving some issues instead of bitching about it, you know? We're about 2030 into the east on the East Coast. Linda, is what you're talking about is the globalist agenda of 2030, what their plans are? Good. I hope everybody can join in. And like I said, this is just a test run. I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't even know how to use this thing. But I think with everybody helping out and getting their voice heard, I think it might help out and make everybody feel like they're taking part, because when we put our heads together, maybe, just maybe, we can figure out something. Or somebody come in and say, you're an idiot. That's stupid. you know, Old Hickory. I feel very uneasy about Trump's swing away from sovereignty and nationalism. Somebody got to him. Yes, I'm wondering if somebody got to Trump as well. I really am. It's it's what it looks like, but I don't know. He did choose a lot of these people as soon as he was elected, while he was still saying, I'm for America, So I don't know. Let's see. Texas Tiger, these scumbags are going to do whatever they want until we, the people, stand up to them. Psychopaths don't stop. No, they don't. They must be stopped. Yeah. Maybe they found some dirt, but I mean, do you think, okay, let me ask everybody a question here. Do you think that Trump started out as a good guy, as someone who really wanted to change things? And then after that, do you honestly think that someone did get to him? And yeah, it's a very good theory. Yes. Okay. Old Hickory says yes. Anybody else? What's your opinion? Do you think Trump started out um, with going under the guise of as a conservative and wanting to keep nationalistic pride, or do you think he was like an infiltrator, like, just to get elected and come in and carry the same? Yeah, Linda, a player. Yeah, Kathleen, a player. Maybe. See, and that's what we need to come to terms with, because that makes me think about freaking Steve Bannon. I mean, and then I even went to the place in my head with Steve Bannon coming into Breitbart. He was there for a good few years. You wonder if he's just a propagandist, or what his job is in this big setup is. So Kathleen Brady says, I think he had good intentions, and I think it's looking bad now, but I never forget he's smart. Yeah. Yeah, painful. It's hard to trust any of them, because I mean, and you look at it, if any of us tried to get into politics, even on a local level, they've got it nailed down so tight that it's even hard to get into your local politics at times. It was for me. I had an incident that really made me want to go into local politics, and I mean, they shut me out from the get-go. It was insane how they set it up, but you know, uh anyway, I didn't want to keep you on too long. I just wanted to see what's going on. I figured we could start a new Liberty Lunch Report together. Maybe talk about some headlines, or really just talk about how to save our country, if it's possible. Because honestly, right now, and I try not to feel this way, I just feel like that they've got the upper hand, and there's nothing really that we can do now to fix this. The two-party system is definitely marching to it, so I don't know what to do. But I just thought I'd put a little video out there trying to get some attention from you guys, because I don't have a lot of time anymore to make videos. And I'm afraid that, like Texas Tiger here is saying, that time is running out fast, and we need to do something. And now Texas Tiger is also saying that pedophiles are being arrested. I don't see any proof to that. I don't. But I mean, is there proof to it, or is it just, are they saying who these pedophiles are that are being locked up, or what? Because I haven't gotten into the Pizzagate thing at all, mainly because I started looking into it, and I just cried all the time. So I couldn't even look into it at all. They're low-level pedophiles, and I do believe that there is a pedophile ring. I definitely believe it, but when you talk about kids like that, I have kids. I got a real soft spot in my heart for kids, and it just brought me down so bad. I was so depressed. I couldn't do it. Trying to DC two-step with Podesta. Mm. But anyway, I'm gonna figure out something, and we will hopefully get something started. I like to do something. I was thinking noontime is a good time. Is noon good for everybody in here? It's a good time for me. Kathleen Brady is saying blame him for having stock in Russia to avoid charging him with pedophilia. Yeah, that is another thing that they do. He is a weird one too, isn't he? Oh, okay. Good time for everybody. Noontime. Well, today is, what day is it? Thursday. Be prepared and dig in. Well, it wasn't too informative today, but how about if we start this tomorrow, Friday? We'll start our first real one Friday at noon. And I'll try to set up some kind of phone line to where you guys can call in and we can all talk about something that we feel very strongly about. And we'll spend a good evening's better for Old Hickory. Okay. Um, we'll spend a little bit of time on each subject and maybe we can, you know, talk about it and find out what's going on. Eastern Standard Time. Yes, tomorrow at noon Eastern Standard. That's April the 7th, Eastern Standard Time. And maybe we'll make this a Friday thing. Who the heck knows? But anyway, tomorrow, noon, Eastern Standard. Be there, and I will have a phone number when I announce this in the description box, hopefully, for you to call. If not, I'll just keep announcing it over and over again. I got to get with Texas Tiger if she'll help me figure out the so alrighty, everybody. Thanks for listening. This is Call of Duty Goddess signing off, and as always, I've got your 6.